Many blessings, reflection. I'm going to give you this download that I just received over the weekend on always being awake. So, as I was receiving this download, I was getting a lot of different information and analogies with it and all that kind of stuff. So, one thing that came in pretty strong was the Om symbol. So, I've seen the Om symbol broken down in a couple different manners, and I'm just gonna kind of roll with what was coming in for me in particular. So I had my meditation pillow with me, which was actually I was sitting on this when I got the download. So I'm sure obviously this played a role with it. So the Om symbol has different figures within it, and each of these represent different things. So different states of consciousness. Okay, so what was coming to me again? I've seen this broken down. I know there's different ways that people interpret it and everything, but this is what I was sensing and picking up on as I was in meditation. This piece right here was the subconscious state, so things that are in our being, in our mind, and all that kind of stuff that aren't quite to the surface level for us, and that was being represented with this piece right here. Right here was the conscious state, so what we're fully aware of as we're moving through our day and all that goodness. And over here, this was representing the dream state. Okay, so as we close our eyes and move into the dream state, even so, having dreams where we're moving about in that plane, or where it's just you're resting and it's nothing's going on, right? So that was at this piece. This little slash right here is the distractions. Okay, the illusions that keep you in these states of consciousness and don't allow you to reach this dot. Okay, so the diamond, I guess is more on this pillow, is the transcendental state. Okay, and the transcendental state is where you surpass all of these states of consciousness and you become one, and you know that I am you, you are me, we're both this pillow, we're this tanzanite, we're the air that we're breathing, we're the trees that are outside, all of that is us. Okay, that is when we hit the transcendental state. So as you have that experience, that stays with you. You can never take that experience away from you in the present time. And when that occurs, then that diamond, that state of consciousness, starts to eliminate this slash, and it will move into all other states of consciousness. So what I mean by always being awake, that even in your subconscious mind, there's still you've already transcended it, so you can tap into those subconscious points within your mind if you listen, if you can listen. Okay, so very much using your intuition, trusting what's coming in, all that kind of stuff will help you work in that state of consciousness. Okay, as you're in the waking state, regular conscious state that we typically participate in, most of us, that obviously given, but as you have this awareness, then within that state, then the slash, the obstacles that you face, the illusions that come into place, the distractions don't phase you anymore. You handle them with much more grace, much more ease. You're always in the flow. And that will allow you to keep a much more cool, level head as you move through, as somebody comes in and they have a crappy day. Again, it's just a reflection. I see as I have taken this diamond into these states, I don't see this as really distractions and things of that nature anymore, just more reflections. Like it's showing you reflections in those different states. So I see somebody that comes in and they're upset, and I know they're my reflection, so I want to pass this along to them. Okay, so they come in, they're like, oh, like I had such a crappy day, blah 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 blah. They might even try they might try their best to pass that energy along to you, but you're not fazed by it. You've transcended that state of consciousness. So you work your magic however you work your magic. You stay calm, you're cool, you're collected, and give them high energy back in terms of just unconditional love, compassionate feelings for this person that's going through a rough time. Okay, so that will be within that state. That's how you can move that in. And then the dream state, man, since I've really tuned into this diamond, my dreams are wild. I get so many messages in them. I'll have people that I haven't talked to in a long time where they pop in, and I'm like, okay, obviously this person's coming in for a reason, and usually they're gonna hit me up in like the next day or a week or something like that, and are seeing what's up sometimes. And then depending on how I'm feeling, what the dream was, all that kind of stuff, that's gonna determine where I'm gonna stand with that interaction. Okay, if they're like, yeah, like I'm in the dream state and I'm with this person and some crazy stuff's going down that's not good, then they hit me up the next day trying to get me to go do something, I'm probably not gonna do it. Okay, because I've transcended that state. I'm at this point. So if I want to stay in the flow and all that is, and I'm one with everything, I don't want to put myself in a particular situation that's going to throw me off that state of consciousness. So you could use that as you get to this point, use it as a tool and a guide to keep you in the flow. Again, you're going to handle things like that with much more grace, much more ease. You'll understand, oh yeah, like this person's coming in, I had that dream with them, that happened, I really don't want that to go down, so I'm just going to, dish it off to the side and not do it. On the flip side of it, it might be something very divine, very beneficial for you to move into, depending on the dream that you had. Again, trust what you're feeling, what you're seeing, what you're experiencing within those different points as you take the diamond through. Okay? And the other thing that was coming in with this is this is the sun. Okay, I'm a Leo, so I naturally resonate with the sun. I know if some of you guys that know me personally are probably goofing on me in this video for me saying that, but it's the truth. Okay, like my sun sign is ruled by the sun, so I naturally resonate strongly with the sun, and the sun is the purest divine aspect of ourselves that we can reflect upon. Okay, if you're in astrology, the sun never goes retrograde. It's always direct. It's always in the flow. It transcends all the other states. It transcends all the illusions. And the analogy that was coming in for me was, so for the subconscious state, it was, what I was seeing was just before the sun came up, the sunrise, and just after the sunset, where you don't, see the sun, but you can still see the rays of the sun coming up. So that was like, your subconscious mind, you're not fully aware of what's going on, but if you sit and listen, you can see what's coming up. Like, oh, yeah, that's what's happening. Got it. Right. Where conscious state, that's like daytime. The sun's out, you're fully aware of, yeah, this is what's going on. I'm moving through life, doing this, that, the other thing. So that's that state, pretty plain and simple, right? Um, so you can use, as you're in this waking life and you see the sun, use that as a reflection. Be like, okay, like I know I'm the sun, so I'm gonna tap into that energy, bring it down here, and I'm gonna stay in the flow because the sun's always in the flow. Use that as a reminder. For real. And in the dream state, what I was seeing with that was nighttime. So when you close your eyes, everything's dark. And, as you open your mind's eye, it's not going to be so dark anymore as you acknowledge your divine being. But close your eyes, everything's dark, right? It's nighttime, the sun's not out. But that's the illusion. Okay? You're being distracted from the truth, which the truth is the sun is always out. You're always awake. Even though it may appear that the sun isn't out, the sun isn't shining, it's dark out, I don't see the sun. That doesn't mean the sun isn't shining. Doesn't mean the sun isn't still flowing. Doesn't mean the sun isn't still providing us with the life force for us to live. So the sun's just on a different side of the planet, a different side of yourself. It's shining light on an area that you may want to pay attention to. As you enter that dream state, that other side of you may be communicating to you things that are going to happen in the future. Okay? So that's what was coming in for me hardcore. And yeah, the ways that you can work to get to this state is to start bringing in awareness to the other states of consciousness, become aware of them, see the tie between all three of them, because everything is connected, everything is one. Like I said, we're all one under the sun, right? So as that is all connected, as you bring in the awareness, then you'll see the ties and the loops that bring everything together. And the more you can sit and listen to your subconscious, the more you can pay attention to the details in your conscious state, the more you can trust and listen to your dreams, then you'll recognize you're in the flow. And to help remove the distractions, find things that work for you. I particularly like mantras. Mantras really helped me out in the beginning. I've read things where it says, oh, well, mantras, as you reach this state, are only going to distract you. And I can see that to an extent. At the same time, I still really like mantras. I would rather have a mantra flowing through my mind than, getting caught back into any of this. Okay, so when I'm driving now, that's what I do is I tap into a mantra, and I'm still full on aware of what's going on around me. That's what I got going on. I'm pulling other things in with that. So yeah, that's about all I got on it. Again, this is just kind of something that came into me in meditation, and I felt like it was worthwhile giving you this download real quick. So if you got questions on it, let me know. Other than that, again, many blessings to you. I hope you have much love, much light on your path coming up. I know you will. And yeah, keep tuning in. Peace.